We begin this morning with new developments overnight. For the first time in 84 days, former Congressman George Santos is waking up a free man. Late Friday, President Trump announcing he is commuting the sentence of the former New York representative who was convicted after pleading guilty on charges of wire fraud and aggravated identity theft. NewsNation's Alicia Nieves is here with more. Good morning, Alicia. This caught a lot of us by surprise when the news came out.
Yeah, I mean, the president has done some pardons, but I don't think most people had this one on their bingo card for a pardon, at least this soon, right? President saying that he has commuted George Santos' sentence because the former congressman, according to the president, was horribly mistreated in federal prison, citing weeks of solitary confinement. Trump also adding that he believes the punishment just did not match the crime. So Santos walked out of federal prison last night in New Jersey just after 11 p.m. He served less than 3 months of his 7-year sentence for serious charges here: fraud, identity theft. Trump called him somewhat of a rogue, but said, quote, "At least he always voted Republican." Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who had publicly called for this clemency, called the president's move, quote, "the right thing to do." After dropping this surprise on the country and the world, the White House has not yet commented beyond the president's post, but we're all looking out to see what the administration has to say beyond that.
And you made a really good point. These are serious charges. He's only served a few months out of his 7-year sentence. How did we get here?
And this has been quite a saga. Everything from when he won the election, then these charges coming out, conviction, and now this part. He served, as I mentioned a moment ago, less than 3 months, but he was convicted on pretty hefty charges here. Pled guilty to them, actually, in August of 2024, and was ordered to pay about $300,000, just over that, in restitution, admitting to using campaign funds for personal expenses, stealing from his donors, and filing false reports to the FEC. But long before that, Santos had served less than a year in office before it was revealed, that a lot of what he had said, his background, that was fabricated. Things like his education, professions, even his heritage. He claimed to be a volleyball star, a Wall Street vet, even Jewish. None of this was true. The lies turned him into this national punchline, and the House actually expelled him in a bipartisan vote. He was sentenced in April to more than 7 years in federal prison. While serving time, Santos wrote about being in solitary confinement. Then on Monday, he published a personal letter to the president and the administration in a local Long Island paper. Very clear the president saw that letter, in that he described his life as a small steel cage, 24 hours a day, saying, quote, "I have nowhere else to turn." 4 days later, we are here. Trump signed that clemency, granted the release of George Santos, and now he's back home on Long Island. His lawyers say he's going to make a public statement soon. We're watching really closely for that, as well as watching for what the White House says in response to this.
There's one thing we've learned about Santos, and that is he is not afraid to talk to the
I was going to say, we were talking about this behind the scenes, our producer. He's going to say something very soon.
Sooner more than later,
yes.
No doubt. Alicia Nieves, I know we'll keep an eye on it. Please let us know what he does. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.